First of all, first thing, many of you guys do not follow is the legible handwriting. Okay, the handwriting should be such that it can be it can be understood by anyone. Okay, then capital letters. Ink used for writing is not easily washable. Okay. Next, in the parts of prescriptions, in the superscription part, complete details of the patient, complete details of the physician, then date, the sign and the RX. Okay. Then in inscription part, what we have to see is, are the drugs generic ones, are the drugs rational for the condition, any harmful drug interaction, irrational drugs, banned drugs. Okay. So in the inscription part we have to see this, is there any harmful drug interaction, okay, irrational drugs prescribed or banned drug prescribed. While evaluating we have to see the inscription part as well. In the subscription part, are the instructions written for the pharmacist regarding dosage route, strength, frequency, duration of treatment. These are important. Okay, dosage route is what are the dosage routes, वो भी mention करना है. ठीक है. Next is strength of the drug. Paracetamol, suppose paracetamol 500 milligram. Okay, this drug XYZ, this much 250 milligram, not just mg. Okay, then frequency, how many times. Okay, whether it has to be taken before meal or after meal or with meal, it has to be mentioned. Then duration of treatment, for how long the patient should continue taking the medicine. Okay. Next we come to the transcription part. Is the language used understandable by the patient? Are instructions given to the patient complete or not? Okay. Okay. Next, is the signature of the physician present at the end of the prescription? Abbreviations used are correct, properly written. So these are the checklist. Okay. Now you all take your copies, respective copies, and critically evaluate, audit this prescription. So after auditing the given prescription, the following are the recommended modification for the given prescription. The name of the drugs. Many of you are not writing the name of the drug in capital letter. The name of the drug must be generic. Okay. The patient is suffering from peptic ulcer, for which only a PPI like pantoprazole is required to be prescribed. It is irrational to prescribe a multivitamin to this patient. Aspirin is contraindicated as it can erode gastric mucosa and aggravate the symptom. Transcription part is missing. See, many of you are completely like blindly copying this. Here what is missing? Transcription is missing. Okay. See, this is the corrected prescription. But here also they have written OD. You should not write OD. Okay. Once daily. You should write once daily. See, only tablet pantoprazole, the name is written in capital letter, 40 milligram, not mg. Okay. Orally once a day for 5 days or 14 days. Okay. Then this is the what? This is what? Transcription. Take the tablet by mouth with 1 glass of water, to be taken in the morning, empty stomach. Revisit after 10 days if symptoms persist. Okay. So this is the corrected prescription. Also 5 days here is insufficient. Make it 14 days. Everyone understood this part? Okay. Next is this prescription to it. So after auditing this given prescription, what are the recommendations for modifying the prescription? These are, the date of the prescription is a single digit. Okay. See, this is a single digit. Many of you write like this. But to avoid any complication, you better write a 0. You put a 0. Okay. Then the age of the child is wrongly stated as 3, while it should be 4 years. Okay. Here it is 3. Okay. 3 written, but it is 4 years. Understood? I think many of you have written this 3 years only. यहाँ पे बोला है already 4 years है ये. ठीक करो इसको. Okay. The patient is suffering from diarrhea alone, so prescribing paracetamol and metronidazole is irrational. Okay. Zinc is an important drug to be prescribed in children up to 5 years of age, as it reduces the duration and severity of diarrheal episode. It is missing in the prescription. And it will be a better option to prescribe the child a liquid formulation of probiotic rather than a sachet of granules. Preformed liquid preparations of Bacillus cloacea are available in the market and hence can be preferred. Transcription is missing. Okay. So this is the prescription. Zinc drops 20 mg per ml. Okay. It should be 20 mg per 5 ml. Okay. Can you identify the mistake here? 20 mg per ml is written. Then 1 ml OD. You should not write OD once daily. Okay. Okay, 20 mg per ml, orally 1 ml, then it is fine. Orally 1 ml OD, then it is fine. But if you are writing it 20 mg per 5 ml, then you adjust the dose accordingly. Okay. So it has to be given for 14 days. Then WHO ORS Tetra Pak 200 ml SOS. Okay. Mention the sachet strength. Okay. Then you write how much has to be prepared in 1 liter of water. Then you advise how much has to be taken after each loose tube. Okay, 200 ml. Then this is not mandatory. Okay, you can add, you cannot, it is not necessary. Okay. Bacillus cloacea oral syrup once a day for 2 days. Okay. And one more thing about this here, about this prescription here, you can see the child's mother understand only Hindi language and you cannot write Hindi. Okay. So what you will do, you can mention in the prescription that you have asked somebody as an interpreter to help you communicate to the mother of the patient. Okay. If you mention this point and if you do not even write the whole thing in Hindi, then it will be sufficient. Understood? That this patient's mother has been counseled properly by the interpreter in their own language. Okay, this much is sufficient.